The following is going to contain massive spoilers for the second dream and the war within quests. If you haven't completed the second dream and wish to remain unspoiled, this is your opportunity to back out now. Welcome to Ceres, where we're going to pay a visit to the dynamic duo, better known as Captain Vor and Lieutenant Lech Kril. Because sometimes, one beating just isn't enough.
Captain Vor has teamed up with Lech Kril to take you down. Let's show them your true Tenno power.
Show them my true Tenno power. I can't help but feel like that would be complete overkill for the situation, but sure, why not? Tactically speaking, this is the boss fight equivalent of a leftover casserole. No surprises, no changes, no extras. Just two things we've already had for dinner earlier in the week, smashed together in a pan and warmed over. The only real difference between Vor and Kril's individual boss fights and this one is that you have to manage the two of them simultaneously. There are no changes in mechanics, no interaction between Vor and Kril. No banter, no tag team attacks, no acknowledgement of each other at all. Just two bosses on the field at the same time, doing their own thing. In all honesty, if there's any other difference, they've never lived long enough for me to see it.
Do you realize your notice has sent you to die?
Generally speaking, I always try to take out Vor first. Kril tends to demand more precision and attention, while Vor's mechanics make killing him about as complicated as beating a piñata without a blindfold. That's not an exaggeration. It's entirely possible to inadvertently take Vor out in the crossfire while dealing with the meat shield's running backup, assuming your companion doesn't do it for you. It's hard to tell here, but in all seriousness, I think I deliberately shot him maybe twice during this whole exchange. Once Vor's done, it's Kril's turn, and just like Vor, its second verse, same as the first. Shoot the backpack, pop the hose, bait Kril into freezing himself, shoot him until he thaws. Lather, rinse, repeat until he's on fire, and then finish the job. You know, I can't help but wonder if Steel Meridian sees an influx of new recruits after Tenno assaults on Grineer facilities. I mean, if there's anything that ought to make you consider change in lifestyle and employment, it's watching 150 of your fellow soldiers being mowed down in 5 minutes by a single lunatic dressed like a pirate. Especially when that pirate was last seen running around wearing armor made out of somebody's face. Well, that or being the person who has to clean up afterwards. And now, with Vor and Kril once again dead, please enjoy the sounds of Grineer screaming like chipmunks while I obliterate my way to extraction in fast forward. I do hope there's a rework in the pipeline somewhere for this fight, if only to try and make it a bit more interesting. There's a lot of potential here, both story-wise and mechanics-wise. Given DE's fondness for returning to remaster tile sets and bosses, there's always hope for future development. Especially since a rework for Venkritel and Sprag has already been announced as being in the works. Honestly, it's actually pretty exciting to think about what WARFRAME might look like in the near future. The bosses that could see an overhaul. The systems that can, and almost certainly will, continue to change and evolve. Between the remasters that have already dropped, not to mention the sheer scale, scope and ambition of the new war quest, the potential that lies in the existing content alone is staggering. I can't wait to see where the origin system goes from here. Mission complete. Mission summary. Total mission time: 5 minutes, 33 seconds. Total kills: 69. Headshots: 4. Melee kills: 31. Weapon of choice: Vesper Celica. Next mission: Jupiter, Alad V. And, like always, thanks for watching.